A chat with Adele to reflect on what has been an amazing 2011 for her, but unfortunately we got this response. That's the sound of Tumbleweed representing a vocal cord hemorrhage, which forced Adele to cancel a string of US and UK tour dates. Help was at hand though. Singer and jailbird Boy George urged Adele to give up smoking in order to prolong her career. Boy George has described his own decision to give up as the best thing I ever did. He's also recommended that she refrains from heroin addiction and handcuffing Norwegian men to walls. But luckily, I spoke to Adele at the start of the year. No need for tumbleweed, nails fixed, bladder emptied, vocal cords healthy. I asked her questions, she answered. It was a winning combination. And what better way to start an interview than the subject of Israeli television adverts? Were you or were you not asked to put your music to an Israeli egg time advert?
It's very, very true.
Really? And your response?
I said no, just because they wanted to. I mean, I probably would have said no anyway, but it was Hometown Glory, and that's the first song I wrote, so it holds a really kind of special place in my heart, and I didn't want to give it to an egg timer.
But they're important devices. We'll move on. Hometown Glory, you mentioned that was the track that people wanted in Israel to have as the soundtrack to quality products of the egg timer sort. Whether it was inspired by that device or not, I'm sure it wasn't. But your new album, or the sound of it anyway, I heard was inspired by a bus driver. Yeah, my bus driver, B. Haley, he's from Nashville, Tennessee, and he would always listen to country, and I had to smoke up the front of the bus, so where he was, because there were windows up there, and we used to just sort of rock out to all this amazing old and new country music and bluegrass and gospel and stuff like that. I haven't made a country record, but I've certainly been inspired by country lyrics and melodies and themes and the kind of like whole like romantic thing about it. I've incorporated that into my new record. Did you get over to Nashville?
Yeah, it's so amazing. It's kind of, there's so much music there. It's just really organic, but yeah, it was really, really incredible. But my gig, it went well. But behind me was a train track, and it was so hot that we opened the door and a bloody long train went through for about 6 minutes in the middle of Hometown Glory. Like,
really?
It was really, really funny, but
a picture of an egg timer appeared.
And a picture of an egg timer, yeah.
The Israelis are fighting back.
Yeah, but Nashville's lovely, yeah, I can't wait to go back.
So you can't call it a Nashville album then, you didn't make it over there?
No, it's not. I said a while back that, I was inspired by country, and it's kind of got misconstrued and everyone thinks I'm going to be coming out of a record like Taylor Swift or Shania Twain or something, but I'm not at all. I was just inspied by the melodies.
The Americans love it. It's a guaranteed success. You but just say it's a country album.
But I'm from England.
Just lie.
Imagine if I made a country record with my accent.
It'd be great. Rolling in the Deep, it's the first single, isn't it, from the album, and you've labelled it as a revenge tune. Now, what gave it the right to earn single status and that accolade as a revenge tune? I
wanted it to be the first single because it's very different to the first record. I think it makes a bit of a statement, I think maybe I was sort of expecting, before I started writing, I was expecting my first single back would probably be a ballad again. And it's about revenge just because it's me sort of standing up for myself and my reaction to being told that I was going to be really bored and lonely if I didn't stay in a relationship that I was miserable in, and I was just really, really insulted that someone who really knew me would ever suggest that.
The name of the album is 21 after 19 that came before it, which is your age, although your age is now 22. So it's obviously a personal album then, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and I called 1919 because I wanted to sort of make like a musical photo album of what I was doing and where I was and how I felt when I was 19. I wasn't keen on calling this record 21 because obviously it makes me look like I don't have much of an imagination. But I couldn't come up with anything else that represented the album properly, and 21's a really significant, poignant age in anyone's life, and I really feel like I've come into my own personally and a bit musically since my last record, so that's why it's called 21. Yeah, and I've probably, I'm going to stick to the age thing. And also,
really?
Yeah, I probably really will. The next one's going to be 42. No,
when you get to 83, that would just get a bit embarrassing.
Oh my God, it ain't going to be going on that long. I don't want to be at Fairfield Hall singing Chasing Pavements when I'm 40. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's quite, good of you or big of you even, because most of the women I've offended in the past, it has been down to their age. They don't like revealing their age after a certain point, and you'll still do it in your 40s and 80s.
Yeah, I'll still do it. Not in my 80s, but maybe in my 40s if anyone else cares.
Adele there, and that cheeky ciggy at the front of the bus really did come back to haunt her.